I just look at my life. I was able to see independence, entrepreneurship, and struggle in my community. And it set a pattern to my life. Uh, I've lived in that community all my life. I have a business there. I've been there 38 years. I've worked actively in the community through a lot of struggles. I feel right now I'm a protector of the history. That's what I do. I try to keep the history alive because the history gives you strength. And one of the things about the Newtown community, we're one of the few communities still alive. Look through the state of Florida. It's very few inner city African American communities. So with that in mind, this is important to protect it because that's our future. And we want something that young people can come back to and have an opportunity.
Don't nobody know our history. Our history go way back. Being concerned about jobs that I'm concerned about, young people going to work. And we ain't been hired that lately. We've been hired contractors coming here and they ain't been hiring us. They bring their mamas from other places, but I want that to stop. Because I've been in construction all my life. I was 19 years old when I came out of Mississippi. I'm 71 years old now.
When you're going to build something in someone's community, that community ought to be involved. We need to make sure that it just doesn't stay history, that it becomes our story going forward.
When people from Newtown come back to visit home, they look at the construction that's inching closer to the MLK corridor, and they see these beautiful buildings on one side of MLK, and they look at what happened in Overtown with all of this new construction. It looks so beautiful. And can our community be improved, its infrastructure, and we not lose our cultural identity? Is that possible?
When I look at particularly what's going on in Newtown, Fred Atkins said it all the time when he was campaigning. It's not about affordable housing, it's about attainable housing. And as a young professional here in Sarasota, I can tell you that many of my colleagues, my counterparts who are 40 and younger, and I'm in my 20s, can't even afford to live in Sarasota anymore. Not only is that unfortunate, that is a major problem. So when we talk about revitalization and gentrification, I don't know. When I look at it as a 27-year-old who was born and raised in Sarasota, I believe that they are becoming one and of the same. And if we don't have community members at a seat of the table, we're going to continue to see Newtown being squeezed out of the equation. And we're going to continue to operate as the underbelly of Sarasota and not as an active participant in the process. So that's kind of where I see it.
But by me being a commercial stakeholder in this community and being born and raised in this community, we want to get one thing straight. And Newtown was developed from Johnson Camp. You're missing these different camps. These was the farm labels, Palmer Farm. It was a different set of African American living in Old Town and when Newtown was developed. Newtown is beachfront property. It's one of the most thriving pieces of commercial business community in Sarasota. We redline out. The banks don't lend us the proper money. We can't get the money for our buildings. And we want to know why the city of Sarasota want to own so much property in Newtown. Do you have another plan for Newtown? Because our little young kids that create car washes, we have young entrepreneurs that take their time and money and create little barbecue stands and hot dog stands to make an honest dollar. But the city, some kind of way, called us out. But when we go try to redevelop, bring in some brand new businesses, because we got some nice, young, thriving entrepreneurs that want to create business, but they make it so hard for them, real hard. If you ain't going to help them, don't stop them.
I love Newtown. I own approximately 11 pieces of property in the area. I built my house in Newtown. My mama lives in Newtown. My grandmother, before she passed, lived in Newtown. I love the culture in Newtown. I walk down the street, everybody knows my name. Change is gonna occur. Change is normal. Not to change is abnormal. Newtown is one of the greatest assets of Sarasota. We need to hold on to it. Those of us that have gone off to college and gotten degrees, we need to come back. We need to invest in the area. We need to buy real estate in the area.